Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We are your hosts tonight, and we are excited about the information we're going to share with you and hopefully the level of understanding of why it's so important to attend live events. But before we get into the topic tonight, let's tell them about this YouTube channel.
Yeah, and first we want to let you guys know that we totally understand how busy everyone is and the draw on your time. So we are grateful to those of you that show up here with us live on Monday nights, but we are also very grateful for those of you that go and listen to the recordings, whether it's on the team Facebook page or on the YouTube channel that Dondi was just talking about. Go and search Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell, ask for notifications so that every single time we do a call like this or find something that is really important for you in building your business, we will upload it there. You'll get notified so that you've got the information. So Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube, because we don't want you to miss out. And we know that many of you come back and listen to these actually many times over and over.
Yes.
So tonight's call, I've already kind of mentioned it before we started the recording, was we're going to talk about the power of attending events. And, you know, Dondi's been part of LifeVantage since 2009, me 2011. And this has been one of those things that we have understood from the very beginning. And we're going to be talking about some of the reasons why we feel it's important, but also the understanding from really a profession or an industry standard, why it is important to attend events.
Yes. And in fact, today is the 16th of May, Monday, May 16th. In 2 days, May 18th will be the 13-year anniversary of LifeVantage. So LifeVantage will be, as a network marketing company, will be 13 years old in 2 days. So on Wednesday of this week, hump day this week, LifeVantage will officially be a 13-year-old network marketing company.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. Let me just mute it out here. All right, so let's go ahead and move along with these slides. So we want to talk about some of the reasons why it's important to attend events. And we know that belief is so important in building our LifeVantage business. And there's more than one area that we need to have that belief in order for us to be successful, to be able to push through the difficult times that come with network marketing, because we're not going to sugarcoat anything here for you guys. We want you to know, and I'm sure that you felt a little bit of it already, but it's a journey being part of this type of a business. And you need to know that there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. And so in the down times, the belief is so important.
It is. And you remember back in the 80s, there was that guy, Chuck Woolery, and we had that TV show that he had. The game show was called The Love Connection. And he said we'll be back in 2 and 2. 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Well, this is 4 and 4. It's not The Love Connection. I'm not Chuck Woolery. It is not 2 and 2. It's 4 and 4. So what it is, the 4 pillars of belief, and where that came from, I have no idea. Don't hold it against me. But the 4 pillars of belief and the 4 core commitments, which is really the backbone of what they teach or what is being taught at LifeVantage Academy. We're going to talk about them here. It's something we're really basing the entire focus of LifeVantage on, is these 4 pillars: belief in the industry, belief in the products, belief in the company, and most importantly, because none of the other 3 matter if you don't have belief in yourself. So we're going to really talk about that. That is really what LifeVantage Academy is all about. So you want to know what it's about? That's what it's about. We're going to talk about the 4 commitments in the next slide.
Yeah, and so you wonder about why you should go to LifeVantage Academy. Well, LifeVantage Academy is going to increase your belief and really kind of solidify why they are important. So understanding that this profession is one of the noblest professions out there, a way of making money where you actually help other people get what they want before you get what you want. It is such a strategic way to help people have products in health and wellness, which is where we are, that helps them with their journey, like so many people are struggling right now. But along the way, you can make money and help them do the same thing, right? There's no hierarchy. There's no holding anybody down. This is all based off of your performance. And so whatever you want to do with this business, you can have, as long as you understand that this industry is really, it's got your back. It's totally got your back.
It totally does.
And you get to learn about that at LifeVantage Academy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to share a couple things about LifeVantage Academy with you guys.
Yeah. Are you ready?
The next slide.
You tell me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Slide it.
We're good. So the 4 core commitments that is also being taught at LifeVantage Academy is these things. One, being a product of the product, because I don't know about you guys, but how many times have you ever heard someone say or ask you, so do you take these products? Like when you're sharing the information with someone. And I always find that to be, for me, it's an odd question. Because, well, it's odd in 2 ways. One, that people would think it's okay if the answer is no. Otherwise, they wouldn't ask the question because it's kind of a duh. But people say, well, do you take them? And I can't even imagine the answer being no. I don't take them, but I'm suggesting that you do.
Yeah.
That's called a massive integrity breach. So first is be a product of the product. Now there are budgetary considerations. There is affordability. We understand, especially with people that are brand new to the business. Then look at all of our entire product catalog and find the ones that you can substitute what you're currently using with. Start there. And then obviously our activators is what I would personally start with. And then beyond that, so our NRF2, NRF1, NAD, better known as the Tri-Synergizer. And then look at any of the other products in our catalog. And can I take that and replace what I'm currently taking, drinking, washing my hair with, washing my body with, soaking in, whatever the case may be, and use substitute products for something you're already buying, because it doesn't make any sense to buy something from a store where they cost you money when you can buy it from yourself and make money. So being a product of the product is first. The other is 2 per day, every day. Now, what's the 2 per day? Whatever you want it to be. Use 2 products a day is an example. 2 of our products. Another is 2 invites a day, or 2 follow-ups a day, or 2 starting conversations with strangers a day. Whatever the 2 a day is that could lead to somehow building your business, do that. And do 2 of them a day and you're golden. Then the other
well, and before you move on from that, when he said using 2 products a day, I would say 2 products a day in public.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
You just using the products every day isn't necessarily going to build your business. It might build your belief in the products. It's going to build your health and your immune system and all kinds of different things there, right? But to build your business, we want to make sure that you're doing things that's out in public, that is going to help people become aware of what you're doing. So using 2 products a day out in public.
Because what does it do? It creates curiosity. It gets people to ask questions like, whoa, what is that? And especially when we've got something that's kind of scented. Marcy hinted to it earlier, like
I love Axio.
And you can shake it up, and you can over dramatize, maybe go for a big stretch and then shake your Axio thing up and pour it in the bottle, shake it up, make a spectacle, if you will.
Okay, I'll tell you, don't do that. Just be you. Just
within normal
do
range.
the Axio puff or something, but don't be like a freak. You don't want to scare people off.
Within your level of comfort. But my favorite part about it is she just gave it away. The Axio puff. When the package is empty, or when the stick is empty, turn it right side up, open it up to get all the airspace in there, and then from the bottom, tap it a couple times and squeeze it a couple times, and a little puff of Axio goes out. And if there's good circulation in the room, guess what it does? It stimulates the olfactory sense. They can smell it. And the ones that are very, very good at that, every flavor we have, they're all very odoriferous.
Okay, so I kind of got him off on a little tangent there. Sorry, guys. I'll take that one. I apologize. Please forgive me.
But it's okay. It was worth it.
So the next one is where we're at in the topic for tonight, and that's attend all events. This is one of the core commitments for a reason. It has been proven in the network marketing industry, people that attend events, they build their business faster, they start making money faster, they get better results faster, they build a team faster, and they rank up faster. And so it is truly important to building your business. If you want to build a business, because that's what we kind of all did, right? Is start a business. Then you really need to pay attention. And this is part of the massive main system that we have, right? And that 2 per day includes ITT, right? So all of this is our system here at LifeVantage. And one of the core commitments in that system is attending all events.
Absolutely.
You know, the funny thing, I still remember back the very first event that I attended. And I know you're going to share some of your stories here in a minute, but the very first event I attended was Global Convention in Salt Lake City in 2011. It was the very first global convention that we had. And I remember seeing people up on stage and thinking, oh my gosh, if that person can do and build this business, then I absolutely can build this business, right? And one of those people was actually Colt Elam. So for those of you that know who Colt
Blue's
Elam
cousin.
is, I saw him on stage that very first event, and I was like, are you kidding me? If he can do this, then I can definitely do this. And then we had this love-hate relationship, right? And so I had the opportunity, because we had something kind of in common, because he was a firefighter, right? And I was a police officer. And the thing that we had in common was a love-hate relationship.
With
And
each
so,
other.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, no, with those first responders have that love-hate relationship. And so I was able to take my background, his background, and now we're in this thing together. And him and Chris Michael were out by a garbage can in between sessions. And I remember them sitting there talking, and I walked right up to Colt Elam and I said something like, hey, hose dragger.
It's nice slang for
firefighter from a police officer. And he turned and he looked at me and he just laughed, and we instantly had some rapport, right? But that would have never happened if I hadn't gone to that very first event only a few weeks after I enrolled. I remember Laura and I drove up, and Bob flew up, and he drove back home with us after the event. And we were all on fire because we had never done network marketing before, guys. And when we went to this event, it gave us so much belief, first of all, in this, we had never done network marketing. And so seeing all of these different people from different walks of life gave us confidence that, hey, maybe we had made a really good decision. And this is something that we could build, especially doing it together with a bunch of people. And then on top of it, we were able to really increase our belief in the products, the science, being able to listen to the presentations. And again, like I said, I built belief in myself in doing this when I saw Colt Elam up on stage. And that would have never, ever happened if I had not made the sacrifice and did whatever it took in order for on stage. And that would have never, ever happened. So guys, just know that events are critical to building every aspect of who you are and what this opportunity can be for you.
Absolutely. And then there's the fact that you could be the person up on stage that people go, if that guy can do it, I can do it. That's me. When a crazy whack job like me can get up there, it gives people permission, I think. It's like, why would that guy do this? Because it's awesome and it helps people. But I want to kind of look at the 4 core commitments there, and leading by example is really the one I want to end on. Consider those 4 commitments, the core commitments, like directions on a compass, because it's just what successful people do. And I love this quote about asking for directions. Now, guys, notoriously, and I don't know whether it's a stereotype that fits. Yes, it does. Guys oftentimes don't ask for directions because of pride, and they'll go the same direction 4 or 5 times until the astute person in the car goes, I think you're probably going the wrong way. Maybe this was before GPS or even during GPS because the volume's down and depth perception in the turn, you maybe miss a turn. So here's the thing relative to network marketing or anything in life. Never ask for directions from someone who has never been where you want to go. So what that means in network marketing, don't ask the opinion of someone who's never done network marketing before or who's never been successful in network marketing, because there's a different path in network marketing to success and quitting or not becoming successful. And it's all in what you do and the things that you do, the direction that you go, and the example that you follow. So success leaves clues.
Yes.
Follow the success of the people that have gone before you, rather than asking people who've never done this before what their thoughts are. Or the other part of it, getting your own identity or how you judge or view yourself from the opinions of other people who don't know what it takes to be successful in network marketing, which is why that's attending live events is extremely critical.
Well, and I want to kind of piggyback onto that lead by example one, because we're in a business of, is it duplication, replication?
Duplication.
What is it? I don't know, right? But of duplication. What you do will duplicate, good or bad. Right.
Yes.
And so why these 4 core commitments are so important is the people that you introduce to this business or want to inspire and lead are going to look and see what you did or what you're doing. Right. And so if you are not a product of the products, your team's not going to be, and you're not going to grow. Or if you're not daily working inside of your business to build, your team's not going to be daily inside of their business building. Or if you're not attending all events, your team is not going to attend events. Okay. And they will have no example to show to someone else, or it will be an example that you don't want duplicating in a business that is based off of duplication. And this goes all the way back to the way that you enrolled, the way that you share the business, the way that you enrolled as a distributor needs to be part of your story, because people are going to do what you did, especially if you went through and did the largest pack, right? Which is what we encourage. I mean, obviously it's not always the 100% right thing for everybody, because if somebody just wants to make a couple $100 a month, I'm not going to say you have to have the platinum pack, right? But if they, or the elite pack, yeah,
There's still platinum pack in certain markets.
Yes, in many markets. So just keep that in mind, guys, is that whatever you do or did is what your team and future team will do. So start now with the end in mind. And so that's one of the vital reasons why attending all events is so important to building your LifeVantage business.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I remember I'm old enough that my parents used to tell us this thing as kids: do as I say, not as I do. It didn't make sense 50 plus years ago when I was a kid, and it doesn't make sense now. So if your leaders are telling you to go to events and they're not going, don't listen to what they're saying, do what they're doing. And if you want to be successful, in that case, do what they're not doing. Attend all events. It's critically important. And I'm going to show you guys next on the slide.
Well, and that is something that you can break that curse. You can break that generational curse, if you want to put it that way. Because if the person that enrolled you isn't doing the things that we know are important, the core commitments, that doesn't mean that you have to follow them. That doesn't mean that you have to do what they do, right? You can be the one that decides to do something different and to do the right procedures, the proper behaviors, and follow those commitments to be successful in your business. So break those curses, baby, right?
Yeah, and the other thing, kind of in summary, don't follow the leader you don't want to be. Follow the leaders that you want to be. Follow the people that are doing what you have, what you want, and that have what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Let's make it super simple.
Love it. Love it.
So I wanted to share 3 examples in my life of why you must attend live events. So back in the late 70s, when I got my own stereo from my father for my birthday, I started listening to the radio, and then I got a record player and I started buying the records of bands that I was listening to on the radio down in Southern California, KKDJ with Casey Kasem, the America's Top 40. So, and Kiss was my favorite band. From 1977, 78, I had their albums. And and for those of you who listen to music, there's a difference between listening to music through a stereo and then putting on headphones and having your own unique experience. I did that with Kiss. And then my father surprised me one day in 1979 with tickets to see Kiss live. And I'm getting emotional with this memory, because after that show and seeing the band live that I've been listening to for a couple years, I could never listen to that music the same way again. It just took the whole experience to a whole other level for me. So attending live music versus listening to the recording, whether it's in your car or on headphones or whatever the case may be, your MP3 player, seeing it live and listening to the crowd and feeling the heat from the explosions. Again, I saw Kiss for the very first time. There's nothing like it. And my listening to home music or music at home was never the same. And then in 2007, my musical taste went to other bands. When I became a believer in Christ, I started following Christian bands, and Stryper was my favorite band. And I played drums. The picture you see there in the center is a picture with me and Robert Sweet, the drummer of the band Stryper. They had #1 video on MTV. They sold millions and millions of records. And I met him by sending an email, literally an email to him via his website. And in that show, that's on their tour bus. I met them, went backstage, met the entire band, sat behind the drum kit, and they asked me to be their chiropractor, their personal chiropractor, to go on the road with them. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that, though I was flattered because I had to practice. But now listening to live music was never the same for me, because I got a chance to meet the band, to go backstage and see what the band sees, that I was always out there looking at them. Now I'm up on stage with them, looking out at all the people that used to be me. And during what they call sound check, before people get in, sitting behind the drums and actually hitting the drums, because that guy right there, Robert Sweet, and I became we're still dear friends to this day. Marcy's met him and his family many times. And then the last event there, so listening to live music was never the same after meeting my favorite rock star, the mentor.
And taking all of our kids, all four of our kids
went and met this band.
Yes.
And had a chance to sit and talk with their kids and their wives. It's just a whole different experience now looking at a concert, because if I'm not with the band, it'll never be the same. And and there's been other bands I've been backstage with. But then I want to talk about the picture on the right. The very first LifeVantage live event that I went to. It was called Sea Change. It was their ribbon cutting event. And I got a chance, and I didn't really know much about network marketing. I was on Pro Tandem, which is all we had at the time, Pro Tandem NRF2. I didn't have a strong belief in myself in this business. I did not have a strong belief in the industry, and I definitely didn't have a strong belief in the company, because the company wasn't doing real well financially at the time. And then I heard that gentleman right there talk, that I have my picture with, Montel Williams, listening to a famous celebrity talk about being so depressed with his diagnosis that the only way he saw out was to walk in front of a speeding bus, so that it could be construed as an accident, or they could say, well, it was probably an accident. He fell off the curb, and he played that scene over and over and over and over in his head, or sitting in his closet as he told the story with a gun in his hand, about to take his life. And then his housekeeper found the little yellow pill. And Pro Tandem in his life, the little yellow pill, we didn't even call it activation back then, changed this man's life so much that he begged to come to our ribbon cutting event and be our keynote speaker and walk through the crowd. I mean, I could actually hear his voice without the microphone, because he was standing literally right in front of me, and I was captivated by his story. My view of network marketing or multi-level marketing was never the same after attending that event and listening to how profoundly one product changed someone's life that the world knows. That was impactful for me. And that moment forward, I said, I will never miss another live event with this company. It was the first, and I haven't missed an event in 13 years. And in 2 days, LifeVantage will celebrate its 13-year anniversary as a network marketing company. So you must attend live events, because they are life-changing and belief-building. And you'll have an experience. You'll never have the same experience again after you've attended a live event, but they are that important.
Wouldn't you agree? It's the energy.
It's the energy. It's listening
the energy of being
the
there
collective
with
energy
people.
of 5,000 plus people, or however many. There was only like 400 at the ribbon cutting event, and we've never had that's still the smallest event the company's ever had.
Yeah.
But yes, the collective energy and being there, and the other part of it is networking. And I'm going to talk about that on the next slide.
Yeah, well, and I know another event that if you had attended virtually or had not shown up would have been devastating for you.
Literally.
Well, but seriously, many of you, most of you know our story. Don D and I, we've known each other ever since I started in this business, which was a couple years behind Don D. But my business was part of his organization. And so we knew each other as mentor, mentee, business partners. He helped me with calls, with one-on-ones, different stuff like that. But in July of 2012, we had both gone through a lot of devastation in our personal lives and found ourselves single, found ourselves depending on God and leaning into him and making lists and telling him what we needed and all this kind of stuff. And it was at Elite Academy, July 2012. At the after party, the meeting after the meeting is always very important, where Don D held my hand for the first time. He didn't plan on doing it, and he doesn't even think he did it, but we know that God put our hands together. So we truly believe that we put ourselves in play for the things that are supposed to happen in our lives when we do the things that we should be doing and we show up. So we hope that you guys will all consider showing up for yourself, because you never know what you're going to put in play.
Exactly. Now, I want to close with this, and just, this is just something I started thinking about all my experiences in LifeVantage events specifically, and why it's important to attend live events and why it's so critically important for three main reasons. One, you're more focused and aware because you can see a virtual event, you can listen to an audio recording, but you're much more likely to be distracted because of the events that are happening in your house. Somebody could ring the doorbell, the kids could knock over something upstairs, or whatever the case may be. You're much more likely to be distracted. And you're, as a result of that, you're not maximizing your training and you're literally wasting your time. But at a live event, none of that happens. The only thing that'll detract from it is if your bladder starts screaming at you. But thank God they usually have sound piped in to go to the bathroom quickly and come back. So one is you're more focused and aware. Two is the atmosphere motivates you. Like Marcy was saying, we are literally a product of our environment, and what we surround ourselves with plays a big part of our success. And listening to music at home, like I was sharing with you, it's not the same after you've gone to a concert, especially when you've gone to a concert and met the band. And there's the light shows, there's singing, and there's nothing like, one of the things I love about the Foo Fighters, the band, the Foo Fighters, is a lot of times the lead singer, Dave Grohl, will stop singing and hold the microphone out and listen to 10,000, 20,000, 5,000, whatever it is, singing the lyrics of his song. There's probably not much things more gratifying than that. Well, that's the kind of thing when you've got 5,000 rabid screaming fans that are all excited about your company, or when your leader gets up on stage, whether it's your upline or your elite or somebody you know and consider a friend, when they get a standing ovation, it just makes you feel good for them and for the potential that you have. And you can't get that from a virtual event. You can't get that from a recording or listening to it. You have to be in the room to get that. So important. Yeah. And it's also, I love our cadence because usually every event we always go, gosh, it was so needed. I needed a break.
We need
I needed
refills,
a break from
refuels.
The negativity. I needed a break from the complaining people. This recharges our batteries and gets us going until the next one comes along.
And you're with your tribe. You're with people that are on basically the same journey as you. They just may be further along or behind you, right?
Yeah.
And that's the cool part about events too, is because your network is truly your net worth, right? Seriously. And that's not always just in your prospects, but it's in your support team, right? And so when we're talking about having a team of people to work with, they don't have to be part of your direct organization. They can be cross-line people that you get to know at these events. They can be elite distributors that you get to talk to because you went to the event. You got to ask them questions. You got to introduce yourself, maybe even connect on social media. But these are some of the most important things, is the relationships that you will build when you attend those events. I mean, how often do you get to go up to the CEO and have a conversation with him? At events, that's always a possibility, right? Or anybody that works at corporate, or those elite distributors that are not part of your team and regular support, right? You can go and can have conversations with them. You can be a fly on the wall when they're talking to other people, and you can be learning while you're building relationships in this environment. So I absolutely love that aspect. I love our company for that, because we don't block the elites off from brand new distributors or from anyone. We're all the same. We are all in this game together, and we build together, right? Together. This is all about being together. So yeah, I love that.
And we actually was invited to be a guest on Stu Brody and Carrie Dickey's call this morning, and listening to Master Pro 10s, Gabe and Jill Pearson, who were also invited on there. Thank you, Marilyn Mosier, for the invitation.
Amazing.
And listening to the journey that the Pearsons, Gabe and Jill Pearson, Master Pro 10s out of Florida, have gone on, and that he was a complete stranger to the person who came up and asked him a question. Have you ever heard of this product called Pro Tandem? He said, no. Sent him the ABC Primetime, a total stranger, turned into a Master Pro 10 in the company. Great for that person's business. But think about this. I hope you guys never look at the income disclosure the same way again. If you look at the average earnings in every single rank, and you take that average monthly income and look at every single dollar represents a single human life.
Yes.
That's how many people that rank are affecting in a positive way every month. That is amazing. When you look at an average Master Pro 10, they're affecting over 100,000 people a month in a positive way. There's that figure just brings tears to my eyes at the significance. And the other about attending live events. I learned this from Eric Worre. However many people on your team, your individual team that attend events, live events with you represents on average $1,000 of annual income. So you want to make $100,000, you want to make $50,000 a year in network marketing, get 50 or 100 people on your team to the next live event. It is almost dollar per dollar. Unbelievable. And the other is the influence, because listening to Stu Brody talk about when he was early, and he said he's been in multiple network marketing companies, and he remembers this one really big event. And the speaker said, raise your hand if you're on my team. And he said about 40 to 50% of the room raised their hands. And he goes, okay, all of you with your hands up, stay. Everyone else, leave. And he was shocked because he wasn't on the guy's team and he had to leave. And he thought, I'll never be a part of a company that does that.
No.
It's the community, it's the culture of the company. And to the point of number 3, your network is your net worth. Every single person that is part of the LifeVantage tribe is someone you should start a relationship with, because we have a community culture. Carrie Dickey and Stu Brody are not part of my upline. They are cross-line to me. Gabe and Jill Pearson are cross-line to me. Marilyn Mosier is cross-line to me. The Poes who were on are cross-line to me, and Marcy. I was asked to be on their call, and we asked them to be on our calls. It's a routine, common thread at LifeVantage. Is your network is your net worth. Go to live events to rub shoulders with those Master Pro 10s who you watch on their Zooms or you've heard about before. You go meet them, introduce yourself, get their contact information, because it is invaluable to you.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's go to the next up in the event cycle. LifeVantage Academy is this Saturday, guys. And what I want you to know is that you still have time. You can register, you can road trip it to this event, or because we've only got a few locations, I think there's 5 actually that have academies with numbers, so that they're sending people out. You can participate in the virtual. They are still offering the virtual LifeVantage Academy because there's not enough locations. But hey, I want to put a plug out there. Congratulations. We're super excited for the New England team. They're working really, really hard to be able to get a LVA up in the Portsmouth, New Hampshire area. So congratulations on the work that you guys are doing. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I just wanted to let you guys know that we see you and we are just so excited for you on that. So there are live events in Denver, Kansas City, Orlando, Phoenix, Salt Lake, and Sioux Falls, as well as the virtual event. So if you're not registered, get registered today. $25 to hear from elite and Master Pro 10 distributors on what they did to build their business and how they built belief in all of those important areas. I mean, it's only $6.25 an hour. I'm thinking that it's valuable enough for that. And you can bring guests with you for free. Okay. So you can be building your business while you're educating yourself. That is truly on the job training, right? And then Activate 2022, guys. I know there's been some confusion about this event, but what I'm telling you is you do not want to miss this event live and in person. There is an option for virtual for the first 2 sessions, but you do not want to miss out on the third one, because it's going to be the game planning. It's going to be the plan to be able to put everything in place for the new product launch. Not to mention, gosh, if you want to get this product in your hands first, which we're telling you, you will want to, because we are part of the trial with it, but you need to be there. The people that are in person get to participate, they get to touch, they get to feel, they get to enjoy the new things first. And we like to be first. We're entrepreneurs, we're network marketers. We are in this business because we want this opportunity to be able to do something different. So showing up to this event is going to be one of the best decisions you can make. And there is plenty of time for you to make plans for it. We know airfare is freaking ridiculously expensive right now. So how about a road trip? Get a group of your people together, even if you have to pick them up at different spots along your way to Salt Lake City. Create a plan, create an experience. Come, be there for the product launch, be there for the education on the new products, be there for the belief building, and be there for that plan. And then also be there for 3L Salt Lake experience.
Because you're going to hear this sound. Goal! Because RSL is going to, I don't know who they're playing, but they're going to be victorious. I can just feel it.
Yeah, because we are all getting together for dinner before with a carnival-like setup, different stuff before the game, and then being able to be part of the sponsor night because we sponsor the team, guys.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. Hey, it's pretty cool. But we get to be there and be there together. And we want every single one of you to know that this is the next right thing after LifeVantage Academy for you to be registered for and to be attending all events, to be that example, to be gathering what you need to be successful in your business and building the belief in the most important thing, and that's you.
Yes. And just, I don't know why this just hit me, but when you go to this event and you check into your hotel, if you don't ever watch TV, do it anyway, and just turn it on as background noise. And there's the reason why. They have LifeVantage commercials on TV in the Salt Lake City area. And there's something cool about walking through, listening, just background noise, and all of a sudden they talk about LifeVantage and talk about RSL and they see our products and it's like, whoa, to actually see a TV commercial of our company is pretty amazing. So when you get to this event, turn on the TV in your hotel room and check it out. It's pretty awesome to watch your commercial.
Yeah. So we would love to know who's going to LifeVantage Academy, which event you're attending, and I want to know who is. Where you going?
Yes, great idea.
Right?
Hagen.
Let us
Bring
know
your
where
swag.
you are going to be
jersey.
attending LifeVantage Academy. And yeah, I love that idea too, Hagen. When you come to Activate 2022, bring your jerseys, or maybe just be prepared to get a new one, because I'll bet there will be some really cool new ones there, and maybe something for sponsors night as well. So that would be kind of cool too. So let us know, where are you going? Where are you registered for LifeVantage Academy? Are you registered for Activate 2022? Yes. Oh, Denver's going to be amazing because you guys have got Bobby and April Wagner coming there. They are just phenomenal. Yeah, power team. We love them to death. All right, guys. Well, we are so excited to hopefully have conveyed to you why attending events is so important. And hopefully we've swayed you a little bit in making your decision. And Sean Brandt, yeah, we will see you in Kansas City. We cannot wait to see you there. Get with some of your peeps and get going on this business, right? So super excited to see you, Sean. All right, guys. Well, we love every single one of you. We are here to support you, and we want you to know that we believe in you. We see you, and we know that you've got what it takes to be as successful as you choose to be.
That's right. Every single one of you can do it.
Yep.
We know, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. You guys know how crazy I am, how many 9 million thoughts in my head at the same time. Just to stay focused long enough to complete a phone call is an act of God. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Help me, Lord.
Proof right there.
All right, guys, we love you. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you. See you in Salt Lake, and then we'll see you at Activate 2022.
Well, we'll see you before then on these things.
Yeah, we'll see you in Kansas City.
Yeah.
End of the week.
And anytime you guys want or need us on Zoom, we're here for you.
You got our digits.
All right. Bye.
See ya.